The Almighty says this must be a fashionable fight. He has drawn the finest people. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails, a Grand Arena story, guys. We are in the top 50 this week. That's crazy. All the people I'm facing are going to be really good. And this is a rematch against someone I lost to a couple weeks ago. It's the 3v3 though now, and there's new comps, new everything. This is so weird. We haven't played it for 6 months. So, here's the situation. Facing Rockfeller, 81. Apparently he has a ton of different accounts, and he just plays this one, among others. I don't know. He's got more GP than me by a pretty huge margin. He's got better mods than me by a decent margin, especially the plus 15s. And then, of course, his relics. Look at his relic 9s, guys. My 5 to his 15. Everything else is basically double. Functionally, it's pretty double. Double what I've got. So, you guys will notice. You guys will see. So, I don't really love this defensive layout. I'll do a little bit better later in the season. I don't know if it'll be next time or what, but we'll do it a little better. So, here's what I placed. I placed 1 GL on defense is all, and pretty light defense. Well, kind of. The front zone is designed to draw out GLs and stuff. So that was interesting. That's interesting. You guys can look at my comps and everything. I mean, the idea is to put enough good teams down that it really stresses his roster a little bit, especially if he goes hard on defense. And so what he placed, he has his Lord Vader with double tank. Then he has Maul with a couple Mandos, including Bando there, or Bam, whatever you want to call him. General Skywalker with Relic 9 and 9 on 5s and Skywalker themselves. Pretty nutty. The Starkiller team. And then that Qui-Gon team, guys, with that cam is functionally 371 speed after the bonus speed from himself, from Qui-Gon, and from his stance. And then Anakin is not much slower at all, so it's a really fast comp. Didn't know what to do against that zone. And the top zone, you guys can see, has Iden, and I mean, everyone's just got Relic 7, except, like, Finn doesn't have Relic 7, so that's cool. That's pretty neat, guys. I mean, the idea here is to get through these zones, the bottom zone, with as few GLs spent as possible. We have 5 GLs, those are my get-out-of-jail-free cards. So how many can I spend? We don't want to drop any battles. Got to figure it out. So before we start the fighting, folks, please help me mount the algorithm. I would really appreciate it. If you want to support the channel for free, just hit that thumbs up button or leave a comment in the comments area. Hit that sub button if you haven't yet, guys. We're gonna keep mounting it together. It's gonna be pure joy, folks. So with that being said, I feel like we should actually get into it. Now, we're trying one thing different, guys. So I'm going to be doing voiceovers for all of it, except for one of the fights. I'm going to actually just play the live version of it. It'll be fairly early on in the video, but just want to just kind of warn you. I think that it'll turn out well, but I'd love feedback from it. So that being said, folks, let's actually get to the fighting. Whoa, that was madness. Alright, guys, so here we are. We're gonna take out this Maul team because there's no one who's fast. Like, Maul could be really fast. He could mess with my troopers a little bit if he was fast enough, but he's not, and he's not gonna mess with us. So, alright, we're targeting Bando first. The key to this, guys, we don't want to target that frenzy at all. It's pretty scary, in fact. We really don't want that to happen. So, get 3 punches from Dark. Thank goodness he had Retribution, so that wasn't fun. But it wasn't fun to be Canderous either. He got punched right in the nuts there. Alright, 66. So 67's the new soft max. 57 is. We got the plus 10 banners here. Okay, and then we have Lord Vader here, guys. We're going to use gonna use this Fennec squad to fight it. So double tank, and we're targeting Ninth Sister first because even though she's pretty tanky, she's nowhere close to as tanky as Royal Guard. So gonna take her out because, I mean, you know, with Fennec, I guess I should give you just a little bit of background. We get our Fennec lead, we get the contract really easy because Lord Vader gives all the debuffs, and then Greef is able to dispel it. And then Greef reduces his own cooldowns quite a bit as well. And so with the two people helping to call the mass assists, like even Relic 9, or super tanky and well-modded Royal Guard, just kind of dies really easily. And then with Bossk here to provide the taunt, it means that Fennec isn't going to take an overly large amount of aggro. And then, of course, Lord Vader is going to take that aggro, so it's kind of fun. Alright, and we got 57, folks. Okay, cool. So, well, here, I'll show you guys. We're about to transition to the live clip here, guys. So, here's the thing. That Qui-Gon Jinn is ridiculously strong, folks, with the Omicron, with all that speed and everything. Ki-Adi-Mundi is really well modded, really fast Jedi Knight Anakin. Remember, and the speed that they have is actually part of their offense under Qui-Gon Jinn. So, with that being said, I'm gonna cut to the actual clip here, guys. We'll see how this goes. Alright, guys, I think we're gonna YOLO this, alright? Gosh, I'm so nervous here, guys. You just don't get it, do you? Okay. Let's go. Let's do this. I've wanted to try this. This is science, guys. Kind of. We're disguising it as, we're calling it science. Okay, we may as well... Oh, it did. Yeah, okay, so... reduce all the turn meter here. And then... let's see, can this miss? I feel like it can. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We'll do a half step. We could fracture Anakin here. And then... might as well just put this on Anakin real quick. Okay. So now we gotta kill Qui-Gon, guys, as fast as we can, alright? We want to use specials as much as we can, because that reduces Thrawn's turn meter. Uh-oh, he's taunting. That's not something I really foresaw. I feel like someone had warned me about this at one point, but I did a great job of kind of ignoring that. So, this is actually not good at all, guys. Let's see. Okay, so we'll hand the turn to you, I suppose. And let's reduce all the turn meter here if we can. Let's get days on some people. I don't know, guys. Okay, so we'll do the half step here. Anakin gets his AoE. Doesn't do that much, though. Good. Wonderful. Okay, so we'll do the half step here. Do the fracture one more time on Anakin. And... okay, we got the stun on Ki-Adi-Mundi at least. That's pretty fancy. Okay, come on, guys. We gotta do this. Let's see, I'm just looking at turn meter here, guys. This is it's pretty scary here. So we'll do this. Okay, so Qui-Gon got a turn. Okay, we're gonna reduce turn meter one more time here. Okay, so killed him. Wonderful. And now, now's where the fun begins. Just keep the turn meter off of Anakin until we can take him out. Okay, so Ki-Adi-Mundi's back to normal now, guys. So we can take Anakin out. It's gonna be a pretty big deal. I don't know if we can, though, guys. Come on. Get him, Stormtrooper. Come on, get. Okay, we got Anakin. Oh my gosh. Okay, alright. Alright, guys. I'm freaking out, man. I think we got it, though. I think we're gonna get it. Oh, man, I think we got this, guys. Oh, this is gonna be so dirty if we get it. Come on. Get him. Let's reduce his turn meter. Oh, he didn't have any turn meter. That was actually detrimental. Woo! Dirty. Oh, man, that feels good. It's Thrideon, man. Alright, folks. We are back. So, cool clip, maybe. Do you guys like the live version? Just, you know, inserting one live version and the rest. Oops, sorry about that. Hit the mic. Do you like the live version in there? We're going to do the rest of it just as commentary here. But, anyways, it was a pretty cool win to me. I was pretty excited about it. The chat didn't think it was going to happen, and it did. It was pretty fun. So, that being said, guys, we got to take out the Starkiller team, and so we're using Lord Vader, and a few people had tried previously to try to take out this EP Mara Starkiller team with just Lord Vader, and had failed pretty miserably. So a couple people had said that it was extremely dicey trying to use 2 tanks with Lord Vader. And so I decided, you know what, he's got crazy mods on these guys. He's got really high relics, and I'm just not going to take the chance of losing to the Starkiller team. It's a really good team on defense, and I don't want to have to deal with that. So, there comes the Star Destroyer already. Yeesh, before we even get our first ult. But we do have our ult, and now things will start looking a little bit better, I think. Now, note how Royal Guard is on death's door right now. Because Royal Guard actually does make a little bit of a comeback here, because Royal Guard, one thing that a lot of people don't pay attention to is Royal Guard heals a bunch every turn. He heals himself and his team. Now, maybe not a bunch, but it adds up. You can see he's getting green. He's turning green. He's just sitting there passively healing. That's part of why Royal Guard is so good, folks. Especially with this Lord Vader build. So, we're just trying to, I mean, this is pretty straightforward. Just trying to take out the Starkiller team. And look at that, Royal Guard even got a basic in. Pretty fancy of him. 53 banners, so -4, which is acceptable for a Starkiller team. Even if we had to use a GL. And then we're going to use our Sith Eternal Emperor here on the General Skywalker team. I didn't have my Bam Han Chu team. You guys saw that was on defense, actually. So I'm just taking Lone Sith Eternal here because we don't want to waste banners. And you don't need to take anyone else. You don't need a babysitter here. In 5s, in fact, a lot of times you can just take just Sith Eternal against 501st. But there is an element of RNG here and everything, but in 3s, I mean, it's pretty controlled because you get that. You leech all the protection from Skywalker, and then he just kneels forever. He just watches his troops die, which I guess is great. It's all fine and good. What a leader of men he is. So I'm debating what we want to do. So here's the thing that people don't get a lot of times. They're always like, man, you need to pop your ult as soon as you can. You got to do it. And the thing is, you don't ever use your ult in this particular counter because you want to be able to heal your protection. And once you pop your ult, it gets rid of his backpack, and his backpack's where he stores all of his healing equipment for his protection and stuff. So we don't want to get rid of that backpack. That thing is really good. So here's Relic 9 General Skywalker coming out. Like, we would have killed a Relic 8 one, no issues whatsoever. But he stole all of my bonus banners here, guys. I didn't think I'd get my protection ones, but I did think I'd get my health ones, which I didn't get. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's fine. I get a 57, and we can move on to the back zone. And it's a bunch of non-threatening teams for the most part. So now the goal here, guys, let's just pause this for 1 second, guys. So the goal here is to whittle down all of the teams that we can. We have 3 GLs left, which is not ideal. Like, ideally we'd have those on defense, but I mean, we didn't know what was going to be in his back zone, and I couldn't even scout him because he didn't play last 3v3, he just auto-deployed. So, because there's no scouting available, I just kept a bunch because I'm staying consistent with how I have been practicing what I preach. Keep most of your GLs for offense in 3v3 for the most part, and I mean that's going to change. I'll be putting more and more on defense as the season progresses. You'll see, but for now, that's how we're going to play. So for right now, we have 3 GLs. So we're just going to kind of whittle out, like we're going to use all of our fringe teams now, like our specialist teams that have, you know, very specific counters in mind, and then we'll take out the 3 problem child teams at the end with GLs is kind of the goal. So, all right, we're using Dash here with Landino. Landino's my latest Relic 8, and the thing is, he's got for damage modifiers, which is something you guys don't really ever see in the actual game. You have to go to swgoh.gg. Landino has the highest damage modifier for his special, like in the game. So here, watch him with Dash's huge boost. So. Alright, so we took him out. Now watch this, guys. We're going to target Zam here. Remember, she's got her Omicron, so she's got all of her cool stat boosts and stuff. I mean, it's only 3v3, and she's only getting it from 1 bounty hunter at this point. But watch this damage, guys. Oh, I missed it, but it was 268,000 damage on her. So, I mean, that's... He can one-shot a lot of characters, actually, guys. He does a lot of damage, especially with Dash boosting his offense, and Qi'ra with her unique Zeta boosting his damage as well. So we did drop 3 banners, so it's kind of sloppy against that team, but the Fennec team is also really scary. And now we've got Wampa. Yeah, I mean, this Iden team, man, even so that they're all Relic 8... and they take a lot of turns and everything. I've the tenacity build, so I'm not going to get stunned. But otherwise, I mean, it can get a little dicey, folks. I mean, it felt a little dicey at first. I guess the thing I need to remember is my protection. I don't have much protection on the Wampa. My health pool is the thing that's actually enormous. Other people have other things that are actually enormous, but my health pool, his health pool is the thing that's actually enormous on him. So, anyways. When are we going to get more beasts in this game, folks? I want more beasts. Like Wampa is a lot of fun, especially with this Omicron. This is super fun. I want more of them, though. Like, I thought maybe we'd start getting some kind of a theme going, but... I mean, that was a long time ago that I thought that, but that I would love that to happen. Oh, I should note, too, that happened on a Hoth environment, too. So that was pretty cool. All right. So we're using Bad Batch here. Now Bad Batch, if you're going to take him on offense, you need to take either... So you always have Hunter and Echo. Then the question is, do you do Tech or do you take Wrecker? Because Wrecker gives you the true damage. Echo can kind of give you true damage if he's doing his basics. He'll assign that true damage to one character. But otherwise... and Wrecker also does the 2-turn stun eventually as well. But Tech does the immediate stun, and he has the Dispel on his guys. And so for a squad that's facing a 2-turn stun from crew, we got to do that. So, I mean, this is pretty clear cut. And the thing that I regretted after this, guys, is... So the Bad Batch we can use for other teams as well, that he had... But I was like, oh, we'll just take this out. We've done this before. That's fine. We'll get good banners. We could have used Mon Mothma here, too. Mon Mothma with K2 and Cassian didn't really have a use beyond this. So, I mean, we got max banners. It's hard to complain about that. But at the same time, I think we could have used Bad Batch elsewhere. So I saved EP Mara Vader here, guys. Remember, Mara, so his fin is pretty quick. He's in the 342 range. Range as in, like, he's either 342 or he's 342. So, as you might imagine, he's 342. And we are, I mean, this is pretty overkill at this point. I mean, as long as Mara can get that initial stun on Finn, Or even if not, you're doing enough debuff, she'll get another turn. She'll get to stagger everyone. Everyone takes turns. And look at that. Finn, I think, was ability blocked or something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So he actually got a shot off instead of trying to do his little rally thing. But it wasn't enough. We got a 57 there as well. So we're just kind of jumping back and forth, back and forth. That's how 3v3 kind of works. So we're taking... After a while of deliberating, guys, I decided to take Cat with Padme here because we have General Kenobi, but he doesn't necessarily need Cat. We're not countering a Galactic Legend or anything, so Cat can be used elsewhere, and therefore, we may as well just take out this team here, this dash team. The problem being, of course, that we can't get past that L3 taunt, and we need to kill Vandor, because Vandor just keeps getting his revive back. Like every time, he's just getting his revive back. And we just want... We want L3 to stop taunting. Now, I specifically took Ahsoka here, Snips, in order to help combat that, so that she would assist and get rid of, dispel that taunt on L3, as long as we do a special. And, I mean, that works, except... She keeps... I mean, it's been a minute and a half. We haven't killed anyone yet. Well, we've killed L3 a few times, but otherwise, I mean, we really need Cat to take a turn here. Okay, now we take out Vandor. Now we can do whatever we want. Within reason. I mean, I do what I want. My 4-year-old does what he wants. But in reality, he probably does a lot less than he thinks he wants to. We're pretty good at convincing him about what he wants. Oh, I sound like a terrible person. But, alright, we dropped 3 banners here. But we got through this really fast, really strong Gideon team. It's not a Gideon team. What am I talking about? Dash. Alright, so we're taking Traya here against this Geos with... Look at this. B1 just totally blended in. I initially, chat pointed out, they're like, oh, hey, there's B1 there. I was like, oh. They have the same pigmentation. So... anyways, B1 just kind of melts himself with his assists here because with Traya lead. And so, I mean, we put Isolate on the Brute, and then the idea here is we just want to take out Spy as quick as we can. So, I mean, we could try to melt them all, try to take them out in a dramatic AoE at the end, but I'd rather Spy not get the opportunity to just one-shot one of my characters. So, just take out Spy, and then, I mean... Their overall health pool was significantly lower here, too, because of B1 joining. I mean, B1's kind of a fun addition to this squad, actually, guys. If you want to do it this way. It is fun, but also kind of unnecessary. So, what I'm doing here, guys, I'm playing with my food because I want to try to get that Scion extra... I want to get him an extra big hit. I want to get him a couple extra big hits here. Because, well... I wanted to see if I could get to it. I didn't quite get it, but I wanted to get that extra banner if possible. Now, alright, the CLS team, this is actually a little more dicey than it looks, but, I mean, as long as you're faster than the Commander Luke team, you can get this stun on everyone, and then, you get that extra turn, and, I mean, as long as you can batter a 3PO or Chewpio down pretty quick, then you can generally even get max banners here, because you have a couple. You have the Dispel from Revan. You have the smaller Dispel from Hoda. You can target one character, and yeah, 57. You only have to kill 2 characters. That's the one thing about that team. If you can get enough momentum, then you can do it. So, all right, because we had Kenobi, so we only have 3 teams left to beat, guys. We have 3 GLs, and because we don't have Cat, we're just taking the 3 best Galactic Republic characters I have left, which I've told people that these were the dregs, and that they're not exactly dregs, but at the same time, I mean, this also isn't the ideal Kenobi team, right? I mean, we don't have Cam, we don't have Cat. Grandmaster Yoda's decent here, though. So, I mean, this is like an adaptation to the GL Nute comp that, it's always been pretty cool. Always enjoyed this comp here. So, I mean, the strategy, of course, is we just wait until Jango's done, and then, he's available for death, and then we just take him out. So, alright, let's get a little bit of protection damage on Nest here real quick. So it might take a little bit to take her out. And then back to Jango and our regularly scheduled programs. I may as well just do another hit from Mace there, since we had Shatterpoint on Nest. Now we do the heal from Kenobi. And remember, they don't get bonus turn meter or anything. Alright, let's do another hit on Nest since she went. And let's not even pay extortion. We're crazy, guys. We don't even pay extortion here. Up in here. So, alright, we got through, and I guess we can look at what ships are here. Yay, hey, hooray, right, guys? We love ships, don't we? They're the best. Alright, so we've got this is a team that I've seen twice. Now, one thing I'll point out, guys, I just put out a video, too, where this guy has Relic 9 Malak. My alt also faced a Relic 9 Malak, and this Malak happened to have 320 effective hit points between protection and health. 320k. It's completely crazy. I mean, Supreme Leader Kylo doesn't care. He'll just still smite the F out of you, but it's still a very impressive character. Now, that team is also very susceptible to bounty hunters. So, all right, we don't want to use Rey. So, I mean, she probably is okay. But things can go south pretty quick if they get her into damage immunity. And past that, and you can't pop your ult. So I decided to use Holdo here. And we're just going to, we'll pop our ult here. And now, so I made a mistake here. Holdo should have done her big heal initially. We could have gotten a banner out of that. Should have done our big heal, like saved it for the ultimate, and I didn't. So that was my bad. But we still got decent banners there. In fact, like I think we only dropped one total. All right, so we've only got ships. We haven't dropped any battles yet, guys. I mean, part of that's a function of me having 5 GLs and only having to counter 1 and using an off-meta team to counter that, in fact. So I'm not saying I'm like a paragon of offensive virtue or something like that, but at the same time, I mean, all right, so you'll note that TIE pilot here, TIE fighter pilot, keeps evading. This is a theme here, guys. This is our story takes a darker tone once we get to ships. So, all right, we got the taunt from Spy on Bomber, the mass assist, but then look at this. We can't target anyone else. We have to target his TIE fighter pilot. So he gets another turn because he's dodging. He dodged again. He dodged again. So that was cool. And then he destroyed me because Chimera keeps getting a bunch of turn meter from that. So I'm like, okay, well, we gotta keep going. And here's one mistake I made, guys. I was gonna take a third reinforcement, and I was like, no, I've never needed that before. I'm not gonna do it. So now we don't have any reinforcements. So if our Geos die, then we're in pretty big trouble. So all right, TIE Interceptor's gone. Let's take care of Shuttle here, I suppose, for fun, for funsies. For Wrath and Ruin and the Red Dawn as well. Alright, so hey, they didn't even hit TIE Fighter pilot, but that shuttle is messing with us. TIE Fighter pilot kills one of our guys. They get another reinforcement in, so that's wonderful. Always hope for that. Alright, we get our ult, and things are looking a little bit better. Let's try to take out the shuttle. And alright. Very well. When is Thrawn going to hit again, though, guys? That's the question. How soon is it? And who will he target? He'll target my last Geo and give me a fail with only TIE Fighter pilot remaining. Really cool. I had to sneeze, guys. Alright. So, we're going to leave that alone. We're good. We got to walk away. Got to walk away here. So, alright. Back on the straight and narrow, we've got Negotiator versus Malevolence here. And so, instead of going for Sunfac first, which I think you need to do with Rebels, in this case, though, we're targeting Hyena Bomber. Try for that 2 for here, because there's only 2 target locks on there. But we were able to get damage on both of the tanks, get rid of that Hyena Bomber with just basics from Anakin. And get the loyalty buff on people. Loyalty is our strength, am I right? For those of you who've read Raven's Shadow. And alright, I guess we'll send in some Y-Wings here and call it a day. What did we get? 74. 1 over the soft max. That's good. Feels good after the fiasco, the TIE Fighter debacle. And now we're going to take our rebels here. I was like, ooh, maybe we can just snipe out their Falcon. And then they were like, nah, dude. Nah, man. No, you can't do that, dog. I don't know what words I'm using here, guys. I apologize. So, all right, he does have a 7-star fortress. Look at how close to death I am here, guys. One fewer relic level on any of them, and I'd be in trouble. So now they did the Sith Bomber did the AoE, but it doesn't do damage. It just adds some thermals, and I'm like, gosh, where's Plo when you need him? It's pretty nerve-wracking, guys, but you can get some bonus protection here and there, and get rid of those awesome thermals. So, okay, all right. So kind of disaster averted a little bit, but man, that was really close, actually, guys. I really like, oh man, I don't know. You know what I need to do? I need to upgrade my Millennium Falcon a little bit. So we got 70 banners. So all right, so. Nothing too crazy. Not bad. Let's take out this TIE Fighter pilot. No reinforcements here. Just the 3 basic First Order ships. And, alright. Finally, no dodges. 50 banners. Not too terrible. You know, we got a few banners back for no reinforcements. And, so that's my final score. I dropped a total of 33 from the soft max. The soft max is 2083. For this current season, for the situation. So, with that said, I suppose I can show you guys. You probably want to see my final results, and I can do that as soon as we hit the button. So, here we are, folks. The final results. He attacked pretty soon after me. You know, an hour or two, probably. Here's the final results. And you see it accurately here, guys. He won by 6 frickin' banners. Oh my gosh. Killing me here. He didn't fail anywhere. And so I was... I was having all kinds of uncharitable thoughts about this guy. And he declined to chat as well. So I was just like steaming. And so just to be real clear, I'm not like mad at him. I would just... I don't... In the moment that I lost, I mean, I was like, man, he watched my stream, didn't he? He knew. If someone told him, and someone actually had told me that they were going to tell him what defenses I had. So, I mean, or what teams I had used on offense. So that there was that. I have no idea if they actually did tell him that. But they told me they were going to. So, whatever. I was just like steaming, and then he declined to chat, and then I took a few steps back and just realized everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay, guy. Right? We can lose this. This guy's a good player. Last time I lost to him because I played poorly. This time I lost to him because well, I could have. If I had just taken one more reinforcement, I could have won this. I could have, we were more efficient than this guy. We just had one loss and he didn't. So that was the difference. We played an efficiency game. He had 5 GLs on offense as well. So, I mean, that's just how it goes, guys. 3v3 is crazy, though. There's a lot of comps here that scare me. Darth Revan is still a big issue, guys. Not my very favorite thing. There's, like, gosh, this guy had 10 more Relic 9s than me, and he put a lot of them on defense. Really scary stuff, and... Gosh, Relic 9 Malak. I really want him. So, and real quick, guys. So, I know I went on that rant, and I said already, to be clear, that I wasn't mad at him. Like, well played by my opponent. Really well done. He rattled off all his attacks really fast, actually. So, I couldn't have given him much of a hassle. He's got a lot of accounts, so he's probably just trying to hustle, but, like, good game. No hard feelings whatsoever. Whatever you did, even if someone told you all the teams that I used, even if you watched my stream, that's something I accept as a streamer. A risk I accept every time. I prefer you don't do it, but it's a risk I accept. So, no hard feelings. And I'm not even accusing this guy of doing it, guys, by the way. So, I just want to make it the most clear ever, because you know, this guy's a good player, though. He is a good player, and I don't think he needs any of that to beat me, frankly. Anyways, 3v3, there are so many crazy comps. People are using Wampa to kill Star Killer, but it's only sometimes consistent. No one knows why, and there are like Wampa's killing General Skywalker, but that's sometimes consistent and sometimes not. And I mean, there are so many different comps that we're using and so many different things that we're using to counter everything. Like, it's just up in the air, and it's very refreshing in a lot of ways. Like, it's this time of discovery. And so even though I lost, I mean, this week just needs to be a week of science. Like, you guys saw me use my Thrideon team to take down that Qui-Gon team. Pretty cool stuff, if you ask me. I was pretty pleased by it, but at the same time, it was pretty dicey as well. I mean, this guy's got crazy mods and everything, so there is that too, but there's just a lot to learn. And at the end of the day, we lost. No excuses. I wanted to win. I tried to win. I gave it my best shot, and we came up short. We're going to do it again next time, though, guys. You know, this guy's got a big account. He's got a lot of things in his favor, but if I want to advance, if I want to be in the top 50 and reside there, I need to accept that as a fact of life and learn to overcome it. Otherwise, I don't deserve to be there. So, we're out of the top 50 now. I don't know where we are. I've been pouting all day. No, I haven't been pouting, but I haven't looked at my new rank yet. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. We're facing another guy who is really good. My whole bracket's really good. New player, or new to me player, though. Should be good. He watches all my streams, and it's going to be a good time. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. What's your favorite thing about 3v3? What's your least favorite thing? What's your favorite thing about me? Etc. Just, alright guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails. For real though, let me know what you think of that live clip in the middle of the video. If you guys like that, we'll keep doing something like it. Alright? Take care.